guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to share with you a video of how I made my own crochet braids. So these are the things I needed: a ball of woolen thread, and I used about 4 packs of this pre-stretched braid, and I got it from Pep for about $27. And the other thing that I'll need is a chair, anything that you can use to braid the braids on. So in my case, I'm using this foldable chair. So the first thing that you do is you take wool or any form of thread, and then you tie it right around the chair, right, like this. Okay, you tie it right around the chair. Oh, wow, the wool is not really cooperating. Yeah, something like this. So you tie it right around the chair. You can tie it as many times as you want, right? Because the idea is to like have a sort of like a rope like thingy, right, like this, right, something like this. So you need to tie it securely. So in my case, I'd already started on some crochet braids, pre-made crochet braids. So I'm just going to use that same, I'm going to use the thread that I had already started working on, right? Just going to insert it here like this, and then this is how the braids look like. They're already pre-stretched. These are pre-stretched braids, right? Meaning that you don't have to stretch them, if you know what I mean, for those that are familiar with braiding. So in each pack there are like 2 of them, 2 bundles, right? And per bundle, since I'm working on box braids, they're a bit thicker. Per bundle, I separate these to have 5 bundles, right? So I'm just quickly going to untie this part. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's all tangled up. Let me just use one that is less tangled up. Let me use this one. I hope it won't be difficult. Yeah, awesome. Right. So per bundle, the aim is to get 5 smaller bundles. So I'm just going to separate this. Right. So this is 1. And I'll just put it on the side. And this is 2. Put it on the side. 3, and then I'll split the last ones into 2. So that's 5. So I'll also do the same with this one. So this is how I make my box braids, my crochet box braids, right? So I take it like this, I put my finger in between like this, right? And then I put my other finger right underneath like this. Then I bring it here, and then I insert it like this with my, and then I put my other finger here, and then I pull these 2 strands at the bottom, like I pull them through this loop like this, right, like this, and then I start to plait. So what I then do is I split this one continuous strand into 3 smaller strands. So there's one, and then here goes the second one. So I have 3 smaller strands. Then I braid them, right, like this. So this part that is here will serve as the loop when I then install the crochet braids. Right. So this is how I do it. One last time, how I make my pre-made homemade crochet braids, right? You take your strand of braids, you put your finger in between, and then you put your other finger like this, and then you come here and then insert it like this, right? And then you put your 2 fingers in between like this, and then you grab these 2 like this, and then you pull it out, right? And then you braid it. You braid it out. So I'm just going to do the same for all the remaining. Okay, so I'm done braiding the crochet braids, and I'm just fastening the ends by coiling them on laundry pegs. And then once I'm done with all that, I'm going to actually dip them in hot water so that I fasten these ends and they stop running. So this is what basically I do. I could have used fox rods, but I don't have any, so I decided to improvise. So instead I'm using laundry pegs, and I pray my laundry pegs survive this hot water, the hot water I'm going to dip them in. So I'm just like coiling the braids into the laundry peg like that. Okay. So I'm done coiling all the laundry pegs, coiling all the braids on the laundry pegs, and I'm just going to add a bit of conditioner to my hot water, which I will soak the braids so that the ends will be fastened and they will not be fraying. Okay, just need to quickly mix everything. Right. I'm sure you can see the steam. So that's my hot water right there. And with a bit of conditioner in it, and these are all the braids, all 46 of them, the ones that I worked on. So I'm just going to soak them in there for a few minutes, just the ends, not the whole braid. Just going to soak the ends for a few minutes. So this is how it looks like. Right. So I've soaked them enough. Just going to take them out. The water is really hot, so you have to be careful not to burn yourself. And I've already placed like a drying towel underneath the bucket. So I'm just going to let it drip a bit. And then I'm going to put it on the drying towel and drip the towel around so that I can take out the extra water. The reason why I added conditioner to the water that I used to fasten these braids is I want them to have like an extra shine. So that's why I also used conditioner. So just going to damp all the extra water with the drying towel. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll put the braids back on the chair like this. And then I'm going to come in with a blower because I want to do my hair already today, so I'll not let them dry on their own. I'm actually going to use a blower to blow them so that they dry out quickly. So at this point, they're still a bit damp, but I can actually work with them. I'm going to remove the pegs and blow them again a bit and see how they will look, and then I will start installing them. So I've taken out the pegs that I used to kill the ants, and this is how it looks. It's not as curly, but I know this will help me to fasten these ends so that they stop running. And I had to blow dry them a bit again so that they dry. So at this point, I'm going to start installing. I'll take the thread that I was using to plait them on, and then I'll start installing. So I've pulled off the braids from the thread, and this is how they look. And I love the fact that the loop or the opening is so wide. It's going to be so convenient given the kind of installation that I want to do. I did not do cornrows. I did African twists, or what. They look shortly. So these are the braids I'll be installing, 46 of them. And as I was removing them from the thread, I also just neatened the ends because some of the ends were kind of fraying. So I just cut off all the frays off.